am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, thank you everybody for joining us for another Valoris Tantibus Ravenshade Session 3. This one's entitled Kracken. What Kracken? We'll start off with a little bit of recap of last game. Players were kind of moving about the city, getting acquainted with their new companion Muranaka. They of course visited Kiev, who had a little bit of knowledge of what's going on, but they ran into an old friend while investigating the museum and hearing a little bit about a large 20-foot tall madman monster running about the city. They ran into Maldark, but it appeared to be just his shadow as he kind of taunted the party, quickly escaped. On the aside, strange voices were filling Shizuka's head. They tried to make it to the source of this, but were waylaid or just needing a little bit backup. Gathered her friends as they dove into the small body of water. Shipwreckage and buildings seem to be covering the floor bottom. And this is where we are going to start off. As you guys begin your descent down, you start to see small schools of fish scuttering here and there. But very quickly, a black shadow appears. And let's share a map. It may be ginormous.
It is ginormous.
Yeah, very ginormous.
Just a little bit.
Also, hey, look, it's Shisui.
Basically.
That doesn't look good.
Once again, hey, look at Shisui.
Let's
Definitely.
zoom out.
Control, click, drag.
Oh my word, that is...
A little bigger than
It's
I
weird.
anticipated.
That is an ugly boy over there.
He's a pretty boy.
Okay.
Actually, no, I guess he is pretty. He's even got his beard growing in.
Yeah. All right. As you can see this makeshift structure there, you see this large creature almost blocking its entrance. Let's roll initiatives.
Row.
Row.
Can I get a quick reminder on how swim speed works?
It works the same as your movement. Kind of.
Oh, okay. It's not reduced because not on land?
We're going to treat it as though everybody has... Does anybody have a swim speed? All right,
No.
so...
Just got done with a swimming underwater arc in my campaign, so I know all about this.
Yes, you do. But for simplicity's sake, we're going to treat as though your movement is identical.
Oh, good.
Yes, it will make things much easier.
Okay, I don't know how to roll initiative.
It will be on
There
your
it is.
character sheet. Yeah, there you go. And... Boop. All right, the Kraken goes first. As it kind of lurches up and over the structure, the schools of fish instantly scatter. It's almost like a dark shadow is cast above you. Consider yourself in dim light as it just... You can feel the vibrations in the water. It moves as though it is sitting perch atop the opening. You guys have precarious air. Boris, you have initiative.
Oh God. You know what? I'm gonna bless us because I feel like this is probably the best option. How many can I bless on?
3 at level
3?
1.
There's 5 of us, so.
Is it a verbal?
deselect everyone? Damn it. Yeah, this is a fair point. Alright, I'm... fuck it.
Correct.
I'm moving up.
You know, again, a lot of you do not have air. Some of you guys have means to cheat a little bit, but not everyone has that capability. So I think either making your way inside, as Shizuka said, that there is definitely air to be found, or retreating. What do you want to do, Boris?
I am moving ahead because if we retreat, that thing's just gonna catch us and we're all gonna be dead.
All right. Would you like to use the dash action?
No, I am not getting that separated from my party.
All right. Boris flaps his wings and glides penguin-like forward. Makoto.
So graceful.
All right, I'm going to summon a spear first, because that seems like the smart thing to do, just in case it gets close.
Okay. Consider your spear
also-
summoned.
Yep. I'm going to move here-ish.
Okay.
And then for my action, I'm going to do the one thing that I actually can do underwater.
What's that?
And that's attempt to create an illusion to distract it.
Okay, describe it.
A particular, I don't. What's the? I need to double check the limitations on minor illusion.
Is that the cantrip?
I'm trying a visual.
5 foot cube.
5 foot cube.
And it can't move, or it can, I think, be a sound, but it can't be both a sound and an image.
Correct.
I was gonna go for like a just a compact school fish, like right in front of the Kracken's eyes,
Okay.
trying to swim away.
So.
Although
let's-
right in front is kind of pushing it, since I think this is about as far as I can get it.
All right. 2 seconds here. Somewhere right there.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. You see the Kraken and its large eyes, about the size of, Shizuka, kind of stir around, and you see its head quickly kind of shift over to the side. Did it take the bait? Don't know. Any other action?
That is literally all I can do.
Hal.
How far away is the entrance?
What, maybe 100 feet? 110-ish?
Okay, I would like to move, dash, and spend a key to bonus action dash.
Okay.
And get into the entrance.
Okay.
Jesus.
Hal taking advantage of the school of fish.
And
Potential.
also the fact that I am fast as fuck.
Potential distraction here.
That's another level of fast. Jeez.
And I have a 45 move speed. So that's
Do you have enough movement?
135 feet. Is that enough?
All right. Do you want the good news or do you want the bad news?
Is it attacking me?
Good news or bad news?
Bad news. Start with the bad news.
The bad news is the Kraken loses focus on the fish.
Uh-oh.
What's the good news?
The good news is you made it to the entrance.
Okay.
Shizuka.
I'm also like, if it was 110 feet away, I'm like 25 feet inside.
Yep. I'm with
Okay,
you.
cool.
So I've just gone over all of my spells, and they're all verbal.
Oh.
My ones, I have 2 spells that don't have verbal components.
Shizuka is going to basically do what Hal did.
Okay.
So it was sprint and then dash, correct?
Move, dash. Move, action. My action was to dash, and then I have a thing that I can bonus action to also dash.
So the thing is, would my all fours trait kick in here?
Yeah, I could say maybe you would be a little more adept because it only adds 5 foot. So yeah, you know how to doggy paddle, so to speak. We'll allow it.
So where's the ruler? Oh, God,
So
this
you would
map is huge.
do 35 and 35?
Yeah. Would that even put me in?
No. It'll get you close. So you can move a total of 70 feet if you wish.
Actually, in this case, I'll not do that and just move to where. Okay, the measurement thing. It's all
Just,
over.
click
Both
it.
click.
Yeah, just click it.
Yeah, the,
try and click
I
it.
go here, and then from here. Yeah, that's not even enough from there.
you got 5 more feet.
Yeah. So she'll just move up here then.
Any action?
That's not gonna get me. No, she's just gonna hold.
Muranaka.
What the heck have I gotten myself into?
He thinks.
Blub 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 blub.
We do not have
It's
hands
kinda-
to communicate with each other.
Go ahead, Muranaka.
He's kind of got that look on his face that you see in the Avatar, like, seriously? Not this again? This again? He's just gonna start swimming.
Okay.
He's gonna dash.
Nice.
Because he likes air.
You do indeed. Everybody knows their Constitution score +1?
No, God.
Minutes
Mhm.
or
Okay.
yeah, okay.
The Kraken. It's time.
Is it minutes or rounds?
DM has no answer. Oh, I know the
Okay.
answer.
Okay.
The Kraken moves forward. It does stop to investigate the fish. By investigate, it swallows the illusion whole.
I was gonna ask it. I was gonna bring up the DC for the investigation check, and then it stopped being relevant.
Fair enough. I had already rolled for him anyways, and yeah.
It investigates with mouth.
Okay. And then it's going to...
Finds them lacking.
Okay, the area is... Cool. Let me draw one of these bad boys real quick. Boop. Boop. Where'd it go?
I'm gonna try something. Please don't hate me. Okay.
I will not hate you.
We could never hate you. Maybe.
Okay, sorry, Muranaka, you're the only one that's technically in this. You need to do this. Boop, boop. And
Your love of air has betrayed you.
Oh, no.
let's roll your constitution. Oh, and a failure. So,
DC 23, are you kidding me?
well, it's a Kraken.
This is like
23 may mean
level
something.
20.
So
It's
essentially
like
what it does
level
is
20
it kind of shakes its body and out projects this inky, cloudy darkness. Muranaka, you can feel the poison start to penetrate into your body for 21 points of damage. That ends its turn.
Yeah, that's fun. I'm glad I'm not in that.
Indeed, the Kraken is obscured.
Lovely. Not wanting to obscure my vision. How hard would it be to swim around?
No harder
Like
than
over-
swimming through, but you would have sight.
Alright. Alright, I'm going to elect to swim over the top, and I'm going to use the dash action to hopefully make up some of the distance.
Okay, so to simulate that, swim down and around, because it's a sphere.
Okay. So 25, 30.
50 feet, I believe.
Yeah, so I'd end up somewhere around here-ish.
And then
One
we'll move you 1 square, so you're out of it. Whoop.
Oh, I forgot. The map does go slightly further down.
Mm-hmm. It's not on the stream. Okay. Whoop. Fixed. All right. Anything else?
Having lost sight of Muranaka, I'm just gonna pray that he's ahead of me, not realizing that I've already passed him.
Okay. Sounds good. Makoto.
Ooh. I don't think I really have any options other than copying what following Boris's lead.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna dash around over.
35.
Actually, how deep are we?
You guys
like,
are
yeah.
about 100 feet deep, you believe. It was
Okay.
hard to tell.
Alright, and that's the dash movement.
Okay. Duly noted.
Oh. Okay, I was thinking, wait, difficult terrain, and then I was like, wait, difficult terrain's not really
Yeah,
relevant
we're
right now.
treating, again, I'm treating the scale as though, because nobody has any sort of swim bonuses. It's just easier.
Yeah.
How?
I was just thinking, wait, I moved through Boris's square.
At this point, you can fully get yourself out of the water.
Cool.
And then next round, you can decide to either go back and help your companions, or you'll be on a wait status, so to speak.
Okay, I will get out of the water, or I'm actually gonna stay near the water and just prepare essentially the help action to maybe pull somebody in
Okay.
from the water.
Yep,
if
that's
necessary.
totally fine. Shizuka.
But like breathing.
Yeah, you go as you come out and I had described the scene before, but we'll get to it if you guys survive. Shizuka.
Let's see. Do I have it? Crap, and haste is a verbal spell. So this is not enough to, for my distance, that is not enough to get there, so actually, wait a minute. Minor illusion. So what I'm going to do is Shizuka is going to gesture, and by casting minor illusion, she's going to gesture like further away but somewhat relatively close, and the air is gonna shimmer a bit, and all of a sudden like, give the appearance of like a massive school of fish larger than the previous school swimming towards it.
Okay, somewhere like here, or where?
Yeah.
Somewhere over in here. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, if it's minor illusion, there is a maximum size, and it's.
Well, she's going for the maximum size.
Which is
She's going for the
5
maximum
feet.
size of fish, so. And then she's also going to just move to where Makoto moved.
Okay.
If
well, I mean, is minor illusion a bonus action?
oh no, so that she can only move to where Boris is.
Correct. So you got 35 foot.
Yep. So here then.
Yep, we'll move you back one.
Go for the fish. Fish is good.
Okay. Which brings us up to Muranaka. You can act however you wish. Yeah, you know that you probably want to get out of this area.
I'm gonna dash for the temple. Can I even see it though?
You can't, but you kind of knew where it was coming in, so you have a good estimation.
I'm gonna say screw this. I'm heading for the temple.
Okay.
Shove over, Hal. away.
So you've got 60 foot. You've got about 5 foot extra. As you come out, you kind of quickly correct yourself, and you're able to use that extra 5 feet to make it towards the entrance. Now you're not exactly as far in as Hal is, but in the next round you should be able to come up for air.
Is he far enough in that I could use my reaction to like drag him the rest of the way?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
But you kind of see his form come in the water. He's just too far down, so to speak.
Please don't shoot me.
You come up and he's like, monk fist. Quivering palm. Okay. So, the Kraken. Where does it appear? Anybody want to make a guess?
Not out
Right
loud.
here. As it comes out, it lashes one of its tentacles at the school of fish. It quickly realizes it was duped as it brings its attention here. Unfortunately, it cannot move again this round, but it is angry. Boris. You're quadruple muted.
I'm a dash.
Okay.
So-
Almost making it. Unfortunately, your avian form not as well suited in the water.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a happy burb when I get out of this.
Makoto.
What's the range? 30. Okay. I'm just gonna use the cover of the ink cloud to just move in.
Banking on it not being able to see through. Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. Hal, you can see several of your comrades making it here. Hopefully everything is going fine outside.
Yeah, I'm just holding pattern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, you think that if you readied that same action, you would be able to assist.
Yep.
Ignoring.
I'm doing the same. To like, if the opportunity arises that I can help somebody get out faster, I will.
Duly noted. Shizuka.
Shizuka is just going to book it, so she's going to swim her 35 and then dash again.
Boop.
And yeah, just get to where Hal is.
All right, so let's do this. Can I do... As you guys all start to come in, Hal starts pulling people out of the water. You swear you hear, although it's muffled, you swear you hear it or something say, "Children of Susano, Master comes." All right, you guys are all
That's probably
inside.
not good.
So let's.
Yeah.
You guys can close that map. New map incoming.
Shizuka's going to immediately pop prestidigitation on herself just to dry off.
I will do the same with thaumaturgy.
Okay.
Makoto's gonna do the more stereotypical thing and just shake himself dry.
He's gonna just stare at you.
Oh, it's gonna get better because Boris will realize his mistake a bit too late and realize he should have shaken off first as all of his feathers poof up because blow dried.
Lols.
Because it's thaumaturgy, not prestidigitation.
And then at that moment, Daigo will also pop out of Shizuka's robe. Apparently, that's where he was hiding, and just shake himself dry.
Alrighty.
So yeah, this is where I was this morning.
Yes,
Nice place. Why didn't you tell us about it?
I have left the map open of what Shizuka has previously explored. I imagine maybe they shared a little bit of their tale. But as you guys enter this room, smooth stone floors, kind of odd black, kind of crystal coral formations abound. It's kind of dripping with that musty, damp cellar smell.
How dark is it?
It is dim light.
So, Shizuka's going to cast Produce Flame and hold it out like a torch. So, yeah, last time I was here, I went into this corridor, and I'm just moving there to indicate.
Yes, and again, it's filled with a pool of water.
And there's a tentacle monster in there. So, I opted not to go there by myself.
So how much you want to bet it's the tentacle monster that you just...
You're pretty certain it was not.
It's either that... Because the thing we saw outside was way too big. I don't think you could even fit in here. I haven't tried going down yet, so...
Where to? I'll lead the way, but, we should all make the decision.
She'll point out again. Up there is like a pool with who knows what's in there. I haven't gone down yet.
Yeah, and I was asking which way everybody thinks we should go.
I vote for down, because I don't think any of us know water walking.
How deep was the pool?
I didn't check because there were tentacle monsters in the pool.
You know that you would have to get in it in that room to the north. You would have air, just barely.
So about
neck
length.
All right, yeah, let's check the other way and see if it's exactly the same thing. I would like to check the other way and see if it's exactly the same thing.
Yes. So just to answer a question for Muranaka. So this system counts up with your wounds.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Good question,
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So the plan is to go...
Muranaka's gonna be there kind of drying off and being like, I'm not sure I want to be here anymore.
What, you don't like cold, dark, damp places where anything could attack you at a moment's notice without being able to see it?
Oh, I don't mind that too much. It's just, I never thought I would be fighting legendary monsters.
Fight is a
Seriously,
loose
what
term.
the heck is going on?
A god fell from the sky?
Yeah, that, and I'm trying to find him. Well, we're trying to find him. He is my patron.
Also, to be fair, I'm just as surprised about the tentacle monster as you are.
Yeah,
It's kind of
a fan of those. They're
Same. I mean,
scary.
I knew of the little ones, but not the big one.
He's just gonna kind of rub his temples and be like, oh, you're lucky I have friends in this city. I don't want to see it destroyed.
We should definitely, when we get out, hopefully we get out, warn somebody about the
strangely close to shore
Kracken?
giant sea creature? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Hal, what's your passive perception?
22?
22.
I think?
Okay. So, I'm going to show off just a little bit more of the map here. So, to your character's left, right on the map, you see something odd floating in the water about the first square that's kind of catty-corner to the stairs.
Okay. So my character's left, which means right on the map?
That is correct.
Okay. Is this the same where it's like, it would be waist or neck deep water?
This one's not as deep. You think that
Okay.
maybe it would go up to mid-thigh.
Somebody watch my back. I'm gonna tap it over to me with my staff and pick it up.
Okay, it's one of those.
I'll watch your back.
Yeah, so you go and you try to fish it out of the water, so to speak. You use your quarterstaff, but whatever it is, it's like one of those things where you're trying to get it, and it always kind of flips and dips around. Make me an Dex check.
Okay.
Okay, you fight for it for just a moment, and then you get it just right as it kind of starts to curl around your staff as you pull it closer. Roughly maybe 18 inches in length. It's kind of it gradients, or an ombre if it were hair, from a grayish kind of base to a dark black tip. It looks like a long 18-inch feather, but it is not that of a raven. Makoto, you're standing very close by. You instantly recognize this feather. You've seen one before.
Anybody?
Oh,
What's going
Does
on?
the player character remember?
that's
Yeah, I know I drop very subtle
Disregard
hints.
my rolls. I'm just playing with.
You're fine.
Figuring
That's
out
what I'm
the
worried about.
system.
Just disregard those.
so the feather curled around.
Around his
Eek.
staff, and then as he pulled it out, it's roughly 18 inches in length or so. It is identical, nearly identical, to a mysterious feather that you found at the waterfall hideout. Very obscure clue, one that hasn't come up since.
This was at the Brotherhood hideout.
That can't be good.
So wait, what does that
So
mean?
do we think the
I don't know,
down
because I-
here?
Unless someone here is experienced with the etymology, or not the etymology, the biology of large birds.
Does anybody have nature?
I have terrible intelligence, and I'm pretty sure that's based.
And Shizuko just idly
Nature's
like,
wisdom.
Nature is wisdom.
I thought it was.
Wait,
It's intelligence.
Is
It's a knowledge check.
Hmm.
So it's intelligence.
It is. Yeah, you're correct.
Shizuko
As a
would have,
bird
like, idly
myself-
turned to Boris.
Would I be able to tell vaguely where this is from on a bird, and or what kind of bird this is from?
Make me. Okay, so you're an
Knowledge
avian creature.
birds.
So I'm not going to give you straight
Knowledge
advantage for this, but I am going to give you a +2 to your roll.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Do you want just like an investigation, or
Nature.
Nature, or if you don't want to roll, if you don't have like proficiency in that, intelligence is fine at a +2.
at a +2? Okay, so
You click the +2 on the bottom.
+2 and roll.
Boom.
Oh, I thought that said 1 for a second. I was like, I don't even recognize this as a feather.
Yeah, so you're not quite sure. I mean, you definitely know just from your experience recently with the Ravens, it is not one of those, but it sort of it reminds you of something maybe when you were at like Harvest Fest. You remember one of the merchants plucking an animal? What was it? Don't know.
Harvest Fest. I'm going to just mutter harvest? No. And then shrug and then hand the feather back.
It's a big fucking bird. I'm just putting in my inventory really big feather.
Okay. All right. What do you guys wish to do? You have obviously free movement at the moment.
I mean, the only thought The only flying creature I've seen that has like that kind of size is a wyvern, and last I checked, wyverns don't have feathers.
I mean, don't some do?
Not the one I saw.
Huh.
Well, should we keep moving, I guess?
Yeah, we might as well. We're here.
All right. I'm gonna move a little further in. Does this keep going this way?
Yeah, let me reveal some more of the map.
Okay, cool.
On the map, on the map, on the map, on the map.
Does it look like there's a way out of the right room? Okay, it does. Cool.
There.
Which way?
What do you mean, which way?
There's two directions.
2 ways to go. We could keep going south.
I
or we
haven't
could
gone
go-
this way.
You see in both rooms, again, this kind of blackish coral, almost crystalline in nature, is kind of piled up and protruding out from these very obvious spots on the map.
So, Shizuka, I'm not asking you which way is the correct way to go. I'm asking everybody which way we should go.
I mean, I can't see what you're looking at, so...
Fair enough.
Let's see.
Flip a coin.
I say we go right.
Our right would be
I assume map right.
south. Map right. Okay.
So,
Just map
this way.
directions. East. Let's
Yes.
go east.
Okay.
Okay, as you get into this room,
Flip the coin.
you can see ahead to the very far right, there looks like almost like a stone door there. Everything else in the room is, the walls are pretty much smooth. Again, you're getting up to just about the midriff level as far as the water's concerned, but in more of these black kind of protrusions.
So, question is that keeping the water out or holding it in?
That is a good question.
Any markings on the door?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
So as you guys kind of investigate the door, there's no real markings, though you can see an obvious handhold where this thing will come free.
Okay.
Okay, so this is obviously a pull door, right?
You assume so, yes.
Okay.
So if
Well,
there was
I'm not
water
gonna-
pressure in there, it wasn't enough to force this door open, as you don't see any sort of locking mechanism.
So it's probably keeping the water in this, if anything, is keeping the water in this room in.
Put my ear to the door and knock. Does it sound hollow or solid?
It's a
'Cause, like, if you knock
stone
on it-
door.
Oh.
It sounds solid.
Okay. Right. Should I? And a hand on the handle.
Okay. I need you to not make a check, as it's not trapped. You open the door.
Oh, I was asking them if I should open. My hand was just on the handle.
Well, too late now.
All right, I
Too late.
guess I'm opening the door.
Regardless,
go.
it was not trapped. You
Okay.
open the door. Inside this room,
Ooh, that looks like pillars of some kind.
do this. Nope. Alt. Nope. Shift. Aha. Okay. And another doorway.
Another door. I just described what I'm seeing. And I assume down to the south it's like flooded, is why it's kind of cut off.
You're not sure. again, you see some of the stony protrusions down there, but it's hard to see exactly why the room is at an odd angle there, if that makes sense.
But it is like the wall of the room?
You assume that it's the wall. Everything else has been square.
I pick up a stone and toss it into that area.
Okay.
I assume there's rubble on the floor.
Yeah, there's debris all around. You pick up a rock and chuck it in that direction. 2 seconds go by. 5 seconds go by.
Does it stop at what I think the wall would be?
So, kind of here's what happens. I won't do a visual effect. So, the wall there, the water starts to turn black. Maybe I will do this. Let's do...
Oh boy.
I think I can do that. Starts to turn black. Let's roll initiatives.
No, fuck.
Oh, God.
Back up.
Oh, double boy.
As Makoto charges in.
Where's my initiative button?
All right. Oddly enough, Muranaka gets to go first. He's very quick. What is going on? You hear commotion coming from the other room, and Hal, back up.
Guys, there's something weird.
I told you there were tentacle monsters in here.
Does
Sorry, I
it
guess
look
it was-
like it has tentacles?
No.
Almost
They're coming to get
instinctively, as he keeps saying back up, pulls out his longbow and knocks an arrow. And
Okay.
he points it down the hallway, ready to aim and shoot.
All right. Very good. So, do you want to like ready in action or?
Yeah, I'm readying the shot.
Okay, totally with you. Makoto.
Makoto is going to just get his spear ready to stab in at anything that would
Okay.
come out to attack us as well.
Sounds like another ready to action.
Yeah, and I believe I'm in a good position to do exactly that, so...
Could very well be. Emerging from the depths, this large tentacle creature, something akin to what Shizuka had described earlier, moves forward.
Oh, that's what it looks like.
Does. Hey, Hal.
Yeah.
As it swims forward, let's do... not that. Here we go. It will first whip out with a tentacle and will miss. However,
That's
it's
good.
multi-attacks. Oh, it's only 3. Okay.
Yes, only 3.
So we'll do another tentacle attack. Another one whips, and it finds purchase.
Yep.
Damage. 16 bludgeoning as it slams you in the side. You're also going to need to make a constitution save. You succeed.
Ooh, okay.
And
Grapple, most likely.
let's see.
That wouldn't be a con save. That would be a dex save,
It becomes
most likely.
what happens. Nothing happens if you save. Okay.
That's
That's
good.
probably for the best. However,
I like nothing happens.
as it whips around, drives its tail into you for another
Oh,
13 points.
God.
Shizuka, you hear the commotion down the hall.
Can Muranaka make his shot?
He can. He absolutely can. I forgot you're ranged. Okay, so let's go over combat here just real quick. So a 26 will strike. When it's your turn in combat, there's a targeting mechanic in this. So
okay.
here's what I recommend. When it's your turn, click on your token and then whatever you want to target, you'll hit Control and left click on it.
Okay.
Just like that, and then that creature's targeted for whatever actions you have. I will manually apply the damage here.
The other thing is you can drag the attack, so the d20 that it has, you can drag it over your target, and that will do the same thing.
Yes.
And the same with the damage die. If you drag it over the target,
Is there if I drag the d20 now to try it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll to
Will
hit.
But it won't roll damage.
Correct. That's a separate roll. Like that one is a miss. Yep, just like that.
Okay, cool.
And then, so if you have multiple attacks, what you would do is roll your attack. If you hit, then roll damage. The reason is if you roll a crit, it will automatically roll critical damage for you. But if you roll a couple attacks and one of them was a crit, it can't keep track of the order.
Okay.
So very good. As you as it tries to slam against Hal a few times, you take measure, and an arrow goes sailing down the hall, piercing into this creature. Just sound. Shizuka.
So, seeing that it's grasping onto Hal, or it smacked him around a bit.
It smacked me a couple times. It was a little painful.
Are you in the water?
Yes. I mean, we all are.
Well, there goes that plan. I was going to try to hit it with a lightning ability, but... I could turn into a T-Rex, but I don't think that'll help here.
You won't fit through the door.
Yeah, that's a problem. So Shizuka's actually going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
And she's going to fling it at the aboleth.
Okay.
So...
Target and roll.
Target. How do you do the manual track without having to resort to the buttons?
What I do is I would click on the token of myself, and then shift click on your target, or control click. Yep.
There we go.
Still don't see it targeted.
What? And shift
Oh, it
click.
is.
Okay. So
Is it?
attack.
It didn't target, but that will strike. Let me.
And it's going to take 3d8 lightning damage.
Don't know why it's not adding on yours.
Oh, this is gonna be a lot of thunder, isn't it? That's gonna be funny.
You definitely find purchases small bolts kind of dance and crackle across its skin. Anything else?
Can I treat this as a... No, that's it.
Okay. Hal. Finally.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna hit it a bunch. Just cuz.
Just 'cause.
Hit it very hard.
Yeah, so let's see.
Are you saying you don't want to come to understand the monster's feelings?
I want to understand its death and nothing else. And then I'm going to hit it again because multi-attack is my favorite thing. No, I did not
That
hit
one
it.
will miss.
And then I'm going to unarmed strike. Ooh, that one's good. And I'm going to burn a key and do a stunning strike.
Okay.
Where is that thing? Is that under abilities? Or
It should be under actions.
Yeah, there it is. Let's see. Boop-a-doo-doo. Woohoo! Stunned until the top of my next turn.
I don't like
forget to
this.
apply the stun effect.
It should have, but it did not. I
Yeah,
guess.
for
Well,
some,
it's the save and the effect are two different things.
Oh, right.
I will apply it here.
effect.
Oh, it's already
I
done.
did it. There's a
Yay!
button, apparently. I am learning how the whole weird abilities and such work.
Nope. Right on. Anything else?
Ooh, I'm also going to circle around to the side to let other people potentially get in.
Okay. Boris.
I return. I apologize.
No
It is your
problem.
turn.
I am
It
going.
is stunned.
It is stunned. Lovely. I am going to imbue, pulling out my crossbow.
Okay.
I'm going to imbue a bolt with divine energy
Nice.
and wait. Yeah, no, that's the D20, and fire at it. I forgot to select the target.
That's okay. Let me look at its AC.
My bad.
Stunned, is that just melee attack advantage, or is it attack advantage on all attacks?
Can somebody look that up real quick while
Stunned creature is incapacitated.
I think
can't
it's
move,
advantage
or
on all.
Creature automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Roll again just in case, and target it this time.
Yep. Right.
And AC is 17, right on.
Oh.
So roll better.
Oh, an automatic.
Yeah.
The other two dice decided to be like, no, I don't feel like it.
To be fair,
All right.
either of those would have hit.
Okay, so that and that.
All right.
Is your dex
That
zero?
slap.
All right.
Divine
So a
dex.
trickle, a trifling of thunder damage at the end of that pointy bolt.
Yeah, must be getting bad connection down here.
Right?
And with that,
Oh, that's not good.
It is not. Muranaka, it is your turn. Hal says, that's not good.
What's not good? As he
Floor is
pulls out
falling.
another arrow.
The floor is falling.
No,
oh dear.
it's clouding up in darkness. You can't see to the bottom.
Okay. That's less bad,
But still
but
not
Is it?
good.
also not good.
Muranaka remembers the darkness cloud. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to target it, but
Are you selected? So did you
There,
select?
I did it for him.
gosh. Okay, so he's still stunned.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I will pull out another arrow.
Okay.
In very fluid motion, knock it, fire it. Did that work?
Yeah. I don't know why it's in that text, but it worked.
Huh.
Okay. Then he will let it fly, and you will hear him sound, embrace nothingness.
All right. 6 more points.
Yeah. Works.
I don't.
Your arrow,
Wait.
it bites hard.
And with the extra attack feature... Oh, wait. Still advantage, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby.
Oh, that critical hit.
Let the flame and the void guide you.
Another arrow streaks through, strikes this creature. If nothing else, Makoto. Unfortunately, it did not.
Yeah, I'm in a good position to keep firing arrows at it.
Yeah, that you are. Makoto, it is your turn.
Let's see. I'm gonna go right here.
Boop.
Which puts me in range for my spear.
That it does.
Another crit.
Oh god, you guys are just
Nice.
tearing this thing up.
Isn't it nice when you can,
Have advantage.
Have advantage on
Oh,
their attacks.
You
and have
drive
twice the
your
chance?
spear deep, knocking it into a critical state. It is still stunned. Oh, that's another hit.
Pulling the spear out from the wound that he pressed in, just making a sort of slashing motion with it.
Ooh, another 10. You can see it start to seep out its blood. Anything else?
Well, I was gonna hex it, but I think we're doing okay.
Save your spell slots.
Yeah, I'm gonna save my spell slots.
Fair enough. All right, so thank you. This is my turn. Stunned. I can still move, Relo, right?
Nope. You basically lose a turn.
Shizuka!
Do not,
Shizuka!
do not collect $200. Two bodies, one mind.
Stupid
Just gonna-
At least he didn't
monks.
play the.
Shizuka, your turn.
She's just gonna point at it, and then just shoot magic missiles.
Oh, nice. How
So-
many you sending at it?
It sends 3. So
Okay.
1,
Bippity,
2,
boppity,
3.
boopity. So 9, 12 points of damage. That brings it to 1. It is struggling. Anything else?
Oh, I get to kill it, probably.
Maybe.
And then she says nothing else, but just pulls out her rapier.
Okay. All right, stupid monk, it's your turn.
Someone's bitter.
Stun lock. No, it was a well placed ability. Roll damage.
Oh, cool. Also, it should theoretically still be stunned because it's until the
It
end
is
of my
until the
turn.
end of your turn, correct?
Yeah.
Ugh,
I assume that kills it anyway.
it does. As you drive your fist in it, it lets out its last and collapses, floating there.
And I got
mid-water.
10 HP.
All right.
Getting 10
We are out of combat. However,
Still getting dark.
it is still getting dark. A decision must be made.
Do we move forward or retreat? Because that looks like poison cloud.
I am all for retreating. Excuse me.
If you go now, you might make it.
If we retreat, this way's cut off.
Or we find a way to clear it out later.
All right. So, I'm too lazy to do this for everybody. Make me a group perception check. DC 17. If half the group makes it, something may happen.
Perception?
Perception. 1 to 1. 1 to 2. 2 to 2. And Boris, what is your bird eye see?
Did he leave
Boris?
again? Perception
Okay.
check, Boris.
Did he fall asleep?
Boris.
Boris.
He's
Bo-
dead, Jim.
Boris?
Bueller.
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 I'll roll for him.
Oh no.
That's fine, right?
Oh,
Possibly go wrong. Oh, okay.
Wait.
Muranaka, I figured out
Hang on.
why your thing turned up in green. You had Alt Tab at some point. And
Okay.
The Alt maintains, and Alt is what lets you talk OOC.
Ah. Makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, so. Oh, Boris is alive.
Sorry. I literally had a phone call, and
Oh,
my parents were like, "Hey."
No worries. I totally understand. So, as a dramatic point, this cloud of evilly death starts to creep in and consume this room. As you guys are kind of making your way back, you notice something. This wall is false.
Ooh.
Huh.
One, Makoto, shut that fucking door before the evil spreads.
Yeah, doing so.
Okay, duly noted.
Can I kick in the fake door?
Do you wish to try? Athletics.
Well, first I check if it's a pull door or a push door.
It's a false wall.
Oh, a false wall. I would like to.
You can investigate to try to figure out its mechanism.
Which of those is better? Yeah, let's investigate.
Okay.
Somebody else investigate, and I'm gonna help because I'm bad at investigating.
Any volunteers? Hal seems to fumble at the door.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What are you guys doing?
False wall.
Oh,
This is an investigation check, right?
That is correct.
Yes.
I am helping you.
Oh, so I get
helping.
advantage.
I am helping.
I'm helping.
Again,
10 out of 10
so
advantage.
to set the scene, again, that darkness is starting to spread. It's seeping out even under the door. It is slowed, but it is still coming. You have no idea the mechanism that would open up this false wall. What do you do? Retreat back?
We could always force it open.
If you don't, I will.
I'm just
Well,
gonna
do it.
I'm just gonna try pushing and shaking it left and right.
Okay, it does move, but you don't have enough oomph behind it. So perhaps a strong blow. And no, Boris, you did not bring your battering ram. Because I know you're gonna ask.
We're not
Darn.
going to just break the door down.
Quickly.
Athletics? Anyone? Anyone?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna charge with him.
Ooh, does that mean I get advantage?
Go for
Or
it.
is
Better
it
do
also-
something. It's starting to
Okay,
seep in.
okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You
Oh my-
slam
Come on, seriously?
against. You guys both slam against the door, just
I'm
being
going to
bounced
bend left
back
arm
off
down.
of it. You guys can try one more time, but it's going to be at disadvantage, which means just a regular roll.
Is your strength better than mine? Or no, fuck it. Athletics. Regular
Probably
roll.
not.
Fuck it. Oh, God.
Hal,
Well,
just
we're not going in there.
you just can't get enough momentum to slam through it because of all this water here. You are just forced to retreat back or
Wait,
suffer
wait,
the
I had
consequences.
I had something.
What did you have?
Bend luck. I'm making you re-roll it again.
Ooh,
That doesn't. I thought that adds a d4.
it
No,
does add.
No,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm using Tides of Chaos. Bend luck is the adding the D4.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. So I can re-roll.
Okay,
Yes.
may the
Oh,
gods
come
be
on.
with you.
Nope.
Unfortunately, chaos is all abound. The darkness is seeping through that inky blackness. You know, if you stay here any longer, you will start to suffer its
God,
ill effects.
Should we go
Where am
south
I?
instead?
There
Should
I
we
am.
go
What the hell?
south instead?
Well, I
or
don't know
north?
how to do
or-
wait.
How do we have two Shizukas?
That's a mystery.
Guys,
Magic.
quick decision: south or back to the entrance?
Well, here's the thing: if we go back to the entrance, we have to deal with the tentacle monster up there. We've proven that we can take care of it. So
Okay.
Also, if
Why
it keeps
am I-
following us, we can theoretically just go outside.
yeah, with that thing outside.
That's true.
Muranaka is there and he's like, wait, why are we even here in the first place?
Because my god is here, and I'm trying to free him.
To
Religion.
not get swallowed by the darkness.
Shizuka, religion.
Okay.
As you kind of speak about Sasano, you feel a very small pulse, almost like a little wave crashing into you. And Think you can see that?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Okay,
So
I
Boris
know
is
where
actually. Oh, God.
I know where we're going, but it involves us having to get past this place. And she points to that area. So we're gonna need someone to at least act as like the bait to get it out, and then the rest of us. Mornaka, you're a good shot, so you can probably fend it off.
I walk in and try to draw it out.
And Mornaka, you should probably move up.
I assume initiative.
No. There's nothing in this room. As you guys move very precariously through, just trying to bait out this creature and avoid all sorts of danger. It is nowhere present. You guys are able to swim through. There is a door here.
I open the door.
Right then, I'm I'm diving.
Checking for traps on the door.
Okay. There are.
Before opening the door, because we're going to be smart about this.
You
Investigate.
are.
Oh, God damn it.
Why you no do this?
Oh, it was the same room, wasn't it?
It is not the same room.
Hmm.
This button.
But there's blackness
There.
on both sides.
You do see a bit of darkness, yes,
To the north or to the south or both?
to both.
Okay.
But there looks like there's a path through. However, there is nowhere to breathe.
Oh, it's underwater.
You're gonna have to swim.
Okay.
What do you
I'm
guys
just gonna-
want to do?
Want is a strong word.
Boris, can you cast breathing, like the spell that lets you breathe underwater? The ritual?
Who's
Boris.
gonna say it?
Boris
Rituals
vaguely
take 10
purses
minutes.
his beak, but it doesn't really work very well. Also, no, I do not have.
That all right. So
we're gonna need to
we're gonna
move
have to
fast.
we're gonna have to go now. We can't worry about this.
All right, everybody breathe deep. We have to move fast.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a deep breath and swim across.
All right, move your
and
character, Hal.
Look for a door of some kind, I guess.
Hal, here's what you discover.
Hmm.
It's still very deep water here.
Okay.
What do you wish to do?
I still have more movement, so I'm gonna move into here.
Okay, 1 second. Here's what you see.
That's 30
You
feet.
yep, you see almost a give me a second. Almost a path kind of going up. There appears to be air that way.
I turn around real quick and wave Shizuka across. Hopefully Shizuka is watching, and I'm gonna
Yes.
go up. If I do a dash, I can do 90 feet of movement.
Okay.
So if I can get to the air, I'm going to.
All right. I'm going to wait to reveal the rest of the room, Hal. Okay?
Yep.
Boris.
She's like
Boris. Oh,
says
before
like
you
Hal
go-
found.
oh.
Go ahead.
Before you go, Boris is scratching under his chin and then realizes something. Actually, I might have something.
Yes.
If Boris moves up, he has control water.
Part this. Well, because he's saying Hal found us a pocket of air, so
All right,
And how
might
long
as
can
well
you-
not. Might as well not use it then.
right. Save your energy. And Daigo will hop onto Shizuka's into Shizuka's robes again, and she'll just start swimming.
So, I tried to get something across, but I think everyone was talking at once.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
sorry.
I tried diving underwater in this room. Did I see anything?
The floor.
Okay.
There's really not a whole lot of anything. Give me a perception check while you're down there. You have decent enough vision, right?
Yeah, that's what I rely on, vision.
Well, if there was anything down here, unfortunately, you just see the smooth stone floor, the black a kind of crystalline coral.
I'm just gonna grab. Can I just grab the coral and bring it up?
It's mostly affixed. You might be able to snag off a very small piece. Nothing substantial, but enough for a souvenir.
Just something to examine later.
Yeah, fair enough.
Pretty much.
Shizuka, again, I'm going to wait to reveal the room.
Yep.
Is everyone just going to swim for it at this point?
Yeah, I just wanted to double check that.
I will.
Okay, so we're just going to move your guys. All right. So, give me 2 seconds while I set up the scene real quick. Do this. This. All right.
What
So,
is that?
here, this is what it is.
Bird person.
As you guys kind of come up gasping for air, look into this room. Far to the south, you see Sasano encased in a very large translucent prism as it dances various spectrums of the color of the rainbow. Looking at the statue, you see this large bird-like person, but it doesn't look anything like your companion Boris. Very vulture-like features. It very quickly turns to you and says, "It is about time you came." Boop.
Makoto's just gonna step forward and say,
Initiative? Is that what this is?
Before initiative.
Ah.
Hello, my name is Murano.
Killed my father. Prepare to die.
I'm trying to approach. Am I coming in super quiet or something?
No, I can hear you.
There are times when you
Before,
trying to talk,
so essentially you guys are all close in the room. Let me just move your characters here real quick, just so everybody's kind of in the area. However, I need to do something real quick. Make sure everyone is targeted.
Oh, is he doing a thing?
He's doing a thing.
Ah, lovely.
I rolled to disbelieve.
But it's
why
not
why is there such triumphant music playing?
because
Don't worry about it.
someone's about to triumph.
Is 24d10 a lot of damage?
Yeah, it's totally a lot of damage. Why is this stupid thing?
Unidentified creature.
All right,
I've never fought that
so-
enemy before.
Let's do this. And I think it's going to roll for everybody. Let's see. It does not. But that is the DC that you all need to make.
Ooh.
Wisdom?
DC 20.
Wisdom save time? Fuck. So I'm paralyzed.
Inspiration.
Dang it.
Damn it.
Oh, so close.
Actually, I'm gonna bend luck on myself to add +4 to that.
Dang.
That's D4, but yeah.
It's a very difficult DC. All right, Ben Luck, you need a 20.
Yep. So
That-
18 + 2.
Is enough. So, everyone is paralyzed for 1 minute. Shizuka, you are not. Did you roll your initiative?
I have not.
Roll your initiative. Okay. Strong, this one. I offer you a choice. Leave
And
here.
what-
Leave the god to us. Or save your god if you can. But forever cast you shall be.
And Shizuka will just bite her lip, and then she'll just look at Susanoo, who I'm assuming is encased in the crystal.
He is completely encased, motionless, nigh expressionless. But you feel what little bit of majestic glory radiating off of him. Even this prism is not enough to fully encase and enshroud his power.
And at that, Shizuka just like shakes her head. What kind of disciple would I be? And she steps forward if I didn't fear a little chaos every once in a while.
Yes. He's all yours. Okay, so you step... Oh, it's Daigo. I'm going to unlock the token so you can move freely, per se.
Okay.
Move and do what you are going to do.
And like, she'll just walk forward like, and I have no quarrel with you. I don't know who you are. I don't want to fight you. I just want to free my god. That's it.
The god is ours.
And as she walks, she looks at him. You seem to be under the impression that gods can be controlled. They can't.
Foolish mortal. We leave you to your own devices. With that, it pulls out a small magical object. It rubs it in its talon-like fingers and boop. Some time is going to pass. The rest of you all paralyzed. You could hear everything that this creature had said, the conversation that Shizuka was having. You feel that small presence, that embrace of the great Susanoo. You are now free.
Makoto's just gonna casually walk up, summon the giant maul, and hand it to Shizuka. You're Kami, do the honors.
Well, this is freaking weird.
That's putting it lightly.
Should we maybe check what the crystal is before we break it?
We
I
probably
vote that.
should.
He did say something about a curse.
Yeah. And Shizuka will just walk up and just like examine it.
Okay, you're not going to need to make any rolls. It is, again, think of a giant translucent crystal. As you gaze through, you can see, again, the light bouncing off, and through it, a prism of colors, a rainbow, a full spectrum.
Do you think if I broke it with one of my arrows, the curse wouldn't affect me?
No idea. And,
I'm more worried about it somehow affecting him.
And she'll just like attempt to just like tap the crystal with her finger.
You touch it?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yes.
Make a wisdom save.
Oh boy. Well.
Okay. As you go to touch the crystal, you don't know why. Something stops you from touching it. You still have free movement of your body.
Mm-hmm.
You can interpret that how you will.
So that's either a compulsion of the crystal to stop us, or that Susanoo himself telling me not to touch it.
Everyone would have noticed the hesitation. Finger just dancing there, mere centimeters from this crystal. Shizuka just stops.
And she just sighs, what I wouldn't do for a thunderclap right now. Or for a thunder wave right now.
Did somebody say Thunderwave?
You know how to cast it?
Do we need to back up?
You might
If
want to
they're
back
gonna
up.
cast Thunderwave, yes. That's the range is this room, basically.
I'm going to
That's
back up.
probably not a
Is
good
it-
idea.
Is it possible... I have a question for DM.
Mm-hmm.
Since Shizuka was formerly a cleric who knew that spell, but due to the effects of chaos, it was sort of warbled in her mind. Could she learn the spell from Boris this one time and be able to cast it? Because she's thinking that she wants to take this responsibility on herself.
Do you want the good answer or the real answer?
Be real.
The real answer?
Because the good answer would probably no. The real answer would probably be no too.
No, well, here. No, this is just the level of depth. The real answer is, all right. So, God encased in something, a mysterious being telling you not to touch it, or else you'll be cursed, did not stop you. You previously had a price to pay in dealing with your wild magic, and you're wanting to do something a little wild with this magic. DM's all for this.
So the real answer, yes, but it will cost you.
I mean,
So
I've already.
maybe let the person who can naturally cast the spell do it.
Well,
Just a
because
suggestion.
here's the thing. I'm all for things going wild. In fact, we've gone back and forth of things going wild because, like, I've gone on record trying to force wild magic surges.
You've used a hammer before, and I'm offering you a hammer. Could use that instead.
All right. So.
Was that a wisdom save versus your own intelligence?
Just some random rolls here. I mean, they might mean nothing.
And in that case, she's just going to take the hammer offered by Makoto and just tell everyone to step back a bit.
Okay.
Do I have anything for this? If there's some like debris, I'm gonna build like a tiny wall and hide behind it.
Makoto's just gonna, do a casual back pedal. Just say, remember, I'm gonna want that back.
Just stand here watching, interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not taking cover.
Yet another damn use for my ram. I don't have it with me.
Actually, I'm just gonna take the dodge action.
Okay. All right. So let's narrate what happens. Shizuka, you take the large maul or hammer, kind of steady yourself, knowing what could potentially happen as you bring the maul back and start to swing down. There is no stopping this momentum. You feel the impact against this large shard. Everyone in the room, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw. Those who did not smack it with a hammer can roll normally. Those who did smack it with a hammer roll at disadvantage.
So I get to roll normal? A save, you said?
You're smacking it with a hammer, you're at disadvantage. Everybody else rolls normally.
Nice, Makoto.
Ah, fuck.
I'd be disappointed if that one rolled bad.
Not bad. You dropped to
I
20 and
20.
yeah, still had an 11. That's not bad. Makoto? Okay, so let's do this a little bit narratively. Makoto, this will make sense to you. You know that sound that happens where you hear that really high-pitched whining just in your ears, just that kind of sound? Amplify that up
Tinnitus.
to... Thank you. Amplify that up to about maybe 100, 110 decibels, just blaring in your ears, just like someone had blown a whistle that was just the right frequency. Let's see, Muranaka, Hal, Boris. You guys hear the sound and instantly fall to your knees, just like sick to your stomach. You start kind of spitting and then just coughing and hacking this sound as like you just want to take a dagger to your ears and just start stabbing in just to kill the sound. Shizuka, you faint. You just absolutely faint. But when you come back to, you're going to have a little vision. As you guys start to rouse around, taking a few minutes later to awaken Shizuka, Susano stands there, still encased in his prism.
Ow.
Wait, how was I affected by that then?
Yeah.
You kind of glazed over me there.
You're hearing.
Okay.
The one time it's going to work in your disadvantage.
Yeah.
One.
So we all have tinnitus now.
Yeah, I mean,
I like how the person with the particularly sensitive hearing is the one that made the saving throw.
well, again, it's just the way the dice roll, but
She was protected by divine intervention, even encased in his prison.
Shizuka just
he's
flat
not-
passed out. As you guys wake up 10, 15 minutes later, you estimate she's still unconscious. It's not for another 5-10 minutes till she is rousable. In that time frame, she's going to have some dancing visions, and we'll deal with that here in a little bit. But what else would you like to do?
So do we want to try Thunderwave?
Ow.
That seems like a bad idea.
So that is Susano, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try some. I'm going to walk up to this crystal thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, "Hey, Susano, get out of there! You're not supposed to be in there. Come on, you're like a god. Get a hold of yourself, man."
This is a fair point. I don't remember God is able to be captured by things.
I have an idea. It's very
Murdoch.
dumb. Everybody should back away and cover their ears.
Well, I'm
like
still waiting for the
conscious.
results of my idea.
all.
Wait, what did he say?
Is the only voice that you heard. Destroy them all.
No thanks. Now get out of there.
Everybody back up.
Did everyone hear that voice, or just
Everyone
Murdoch?
heard that voice.
All right.
Said destroy them all. Oh, maybe we have to kill all the enemies around here? I'm confused.
Well,
Everybody
I've
back
got
up.
nothing.
Cryptic gods.
Back up, cover your ears.
Boris
I'm
is going to walk
unconscious.
out of the room this time and go pet Daigo.
That's water.
He swims back.
I would like to use some kind of container.
I'm gonna pick up and carry Shizuka out while she's unconscious.
Okay.
And I would like to splash some water on the crystal.
Okay. You can see it kind of sheen as it very vividly dances a rainbow of colors.
Okay, that is not as horrible of a thing that happened as I
That
thought.
was not.
Do
Do you want to headbutt it?
No, not really. Guys, I have no idea what to do here.
Don't you have a punch that breaks crystals?
No,
Oh.
my fists are considered magic weapons.
Crystal Fist Breaker!
Crazy diamond!
There's spells that are good at things, but like I don't
mean-
have any of them.
The next idea when she's gonna wake up saying that it didn't work, like, can you channel a thunder? Would you mind teach me Thunderwave so I can break it?
Boris
But
left.
Yeah. And I'm unconscious,
Boris is.
So anyways,
Boris is also not sure that he can teach Thunderwave, considering that it's a divine ability, not an arcane.
Very accurate.
I'm also not 100% sure if
Also, we're still not sure.
freeing him with your divine power is the best idea. Because it could be exactly what is desired by whoever is organizing all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So
Um,
is
Who was
Shizuka
that
awake
mysterious creature?
Am I awake now, or am I like still?
Yeah, you'll
spazzing
come.
out,
You'll
having
come to,
visions?
and then I will have to go over your visions. As for right now, they're there in your mind, but you just can't focus on them. You still have that ringing in your ears. If they were the ones that trapped Sasano, powerful they are indeed. Perhaps it was the Raven Queen. She kind of alluded that she did.
And then like Shizuku just like, what happened? Did it work?
No.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. Then she'll just like try to struggle to her feet.
Yep.
I have a dumb idea. And she'll walk towards the crystal again, like staggering a bit.
Okay, you gonna hit it with a hammer again?
No.
I don't.
Aw.
I mean, if she tried to swing it, I would just
Mom,
unsummon it mid-swing.
mom.
Be like, nope.
Like,
Boris from the back is going to call, why don't you pray for it?
and like she'll just like in front of the crystal, and then just like assume like a praying stance.
Very good. I'm not gonna make. Actually, make me a religion at advantage in the bucket.
Wow, that was actually a complete fucking guess.
Shizuka, this will be in your ears alone. You.
Mm-hmm.
My time limited. You have questions.
I have a lot, actually. First and foremost would be, how can I free you from this?
Nagpas. Destroy them.
Can you actually write, question 2DM, can you write that out, because I didn't understand that? Oh, okay.
And it was plural.
Okay, so indicating a race, perhaps. And then, like, her second question is, did Kikobu do this?
No. They are using me to get to her. Oldest time they are. Connected. Powerful. Destroy them.
And Shizuka will, like, prostrate herself, and then just, like, mumbling in her, like, or saying out loud, and just say, "Your will be done." And she'll try to get up.
Go,
Keyword try.
my disciple. May the tides give you strength. And with that, he's tapped out of power.
And Makoto, seeing Shizuka try and get up, Makoto's just gonna help her to her feet. Anything?
Yeah, several things. Some which don't make sense, but we have he gave us an objective. Something called the Nagpas? Does that mean anything to you guys? Boris?
Boris is going to once again. Boris is petting Daigo.
History, if anybody has something.
Oh, actually. Uh-huh.
I do not.
And I do see your intelligence check.
Yeah, I don't have proficiency in history, so I
It's
figured
it's a very obscure thing. So if you didn't have history, you would not have come across it. Even with your 10, Boris, the word Nagpa doesn't mean much to you. But again, knowing that it's tied to the Queen of Ravens, at least you know if you were able to find a library, a large library,
that we might just happen to be living
that
in.
you may have actually just stumbled ass first into owning, that perhaps
Yeah, I wonder if there's a
So-
book on it.
so Boris, of course, I think would suggest a little calculated measure, a little research.
And Shizuka will just like give him a very weak thumbs up before just completely collapsing in Makoto's arms.
Right, so,
Do you think she needs healing?
it doesn't look like she's wounded. Probably just needs time.
Just kind of weak. Maybe a couple levels of exhaustion.
So,
Well, out of character, I unfortunately do not have a spell for that.
As you guys
Even
are
worse, we have to swim back past the.
as you guys
Kraken.
are debating,
Ow,
Sasano
fuck.
will grant you one last parting wish. Something stirs in the deep. A great old one. I have fought with countless centuries. Avoid the tide, avoid the sea. Go, my children. And the water starts to envelop the room and kind of swirl, and you guys find yourselves at your foyer at the
Oh,
house,
thank God.
covered in water.
What the
Indeed.
Baranaka,
And we're gonna take just a quick 10-minute break.
Okay.
Let's be here like a quarter after, and we're gonna have a special guest. All right, I am back.
This is my nook up here. Because
That's your nook.
parkour.
All right, so let's set up a little scene. Everybody back?
Yep.
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 Fly onto the top of the bones
All
just
right.
as a one-upmanship.
So you guys kind of shake off the water, kind of cleanse yourselves off.
Literally, in my case.
And just a few minutes later, you hear a rapping at the door.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
I'm faster.
Fine.
All
Don't
right.
let the charisma guy greet whoever's there.
So as you guys race to answer the door, just waiting for somebody to show up precariously, standing at the doorway, Caspian, would you like to describe yourself?
Sure. In front of you is a moderately height, dark-skinned half-elf. He's got long blonde hair and wearing clothes that are silky and probably too revealing for a man to be wearing out in public. Bright pink, but he's owning it.
Makoto's going to give a traditional elven greeting.
This one's all yours, Makoto. Walk away.
All right.
Hello there. Is this, my date for the evening?
I mean, I wasn't aware there was going to be a date, but if you're interested, come on in.
I think I will, but goodness, if you're going to send a written invitation, at least remember the time, dear lad.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
I'm quite sorry. I was preoccupied with some other things.
All right, so some small chit chat as Makoto kind of takes you through this rather large estate, and I assume you're taking him to the library to meet with the others.
Yeah.
All right.
Although apparently the gay has intensified.
Uh-oh.
I'm okay with this.
All right, and again, standing before you is a dark-skinned blonde elf of a man, scantily clad.
Shizuka's just like passed out on the couch,
Just wiped out.
pretty much.
Oh, hello there. Yeah, you all do have the look of foreigners, don't you?
What was your first clue?
Out of character question,
Mm-hmm.
are the fox people, or are they disguised?
They are not.
Disguised.
They are not fox people.
Gotcha.
Although wearing a kimono or yukata.
Yes, dressed
So-
very foreign.
Except for this one, dressed in actually very local clothes.
Yeah. Actually, let's take just a minute to kind of describe your characters. Just a minute or so.
Well, I guess I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Since I answered the door. The one who greeted you at the door is relatively short, fair-skinned, very clean face, which is particularly odd for a human, I would suppose. He has particularly long, smooth black hair and green eyes, and he is wearing very Japanese-looking clothing, like not what you would see in Tantibus very often.
Very accurate. Very good.
So the other one who had been near the door when it was answered, is human, wearing local clothes, nothing that stands out. Short hair with like a center like buzz cut mohawk kind of thing. Carrying a quarterstaff. Dark hair, brown eyes. Fairly blend into the crowd looking.
Okay, very good.
Thanks for reminding me of that. You'll also notice that Makoto is not carrying any weapons.
Noted.
And who would like to go next?
On the couch, like Sue's, looks like she's gone through the ringer, is the only female in this crew. She's just clad in like what you would assume to be mage's robes, although she's using the cloak part as like a blanket. And you also see like a small little fox just cuddled on her stomach.
Very good.
And Boris said he's AFK.
Yep, he's dealing with the Merkava.
Ooh, can I describe Naz since he's not here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Off in the corner, you also see a gnome at like a fairly large table. It looks like he's tinkering with something, and every maybe like minute or two, you hear just a small explosion, and he goes ah, and he goes back to it.
That's pretty much Naz.
Yeah, that's pretty
I think
accurate.
that brings up to us up to Muranaka.
You see a kind of very plainly dressed man, bald, and he's got kind of like a goatee. And he's just kind of leaning there, watching everything happen. He's got a couple katanas strapped to his side, but you can very easily see he's got a longbow over his shoulder, as well as some arrows. He's kind of got like this look on his face, like what's happening now. It's kind of like a very concerned, what is this? What's going on? Sort of look.
Very good. And I will describe Boris since he is dealing with Merkava. Aarakocra, you can see breastplate, long sword. He's definitely very avian. He has this air about him that maybe a little bit of the divine sort of nature. You can see a few of the markings that, the local clerisy may be dawning. About this moment, a couple things are going to happen in the room. You see a small paper mongoose start to scurry across the floor. It kind of moves about halfway to the party, maybe 60 foot away or so, just down that far end. And then other movement strikes your eye. An origami, long and slender kind of snake starts to wiggle across the floor. The mongoose and snake begin a battle to the death as the mongoose is trying to bait the snake into striking and eventually just paws it down and just tears it to shreds. The mongoose moves over to the party, lies inert, and turns into just a piece of paper, an origami mongoose. And it's set in the middle of the party.
What?
That's not something you see every day.
I've never seen one of those messages. Fight another one of them.
I will pick up the origami mongoose.
Okay. As you touch the paper and unravel it, a message is scrawled. And very quickly you will see or imagine the voice behind it. It is signed at the bottom. It's, my friends, it is good I found you. I have found Isao. I believe he is hiding it. And then it'll give not a map, but a description, an address of where it seems he is held up. He found a very deep hole to hide in, but it seems he keeps the company of we little ones. I hope this message finds you well, Kiev.
I'm gonna go pick up the pieces of the torn apart snake origami.
Okay.
And try and piece them together.
Okay, as you try to piece it together, you can see that once a message was scrawled, but since it has been torn, the magic has been rendered inert, and you don't think that you have a way of putting this back together. At least, not how you're doing it.
Well, that's some pre-dinner entertainment.
Quick out of character question. The messages from Kiev have always been cranes, right?
That is correct.
Can Can I do an insight check on a message to see if it's actually from Kiev?
You may. Drop it in the bucket.
Okay, cool.
As you look over it, you've seen the messages that he sent before. It is definitely his handwriting. It's a little more personal than normal. He didn't even once mention that you owe him or he's got new wares for you to look over. But other than that, you feel pretty confident, even though it wasn't a crane, that this was sent by Kiev.
Okay. Still feels off.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies for the intrusion of the moving pieces of paper. Anyway, introductions. You reached out to us, which means you have at least some knowledge of us, whereas we have little knowledge of you.
That's fair, I guess. I don't blame you for being intrigued. Tell me, do any of you like the circus?
What is a circus?
Oh, I see I will have to loosen you up, sir.
You touch me and I will hurt you.
Makoto just smirks and just...
In the corner, you hear a bang! Ah! Frizzle frazzle! Who's this?
Unclear.
Yes, sorry, small one. I am Caspian. I am a performer at the local circus.
Oh,
yeah, the circus.
Are you one of those elephants?
Well, no.
Mid-explanation, he goes back to tinkering.
Well, Caspian, you've just met Naz. I'm Hal.
And
I'm Makoto.
Good.
I'm Makoto, and the girl sleeping over there is Shizuka.
And she'll just wake up. Someone say my name?
No, go back to bed.
I'm already awake. I already heard the explosion. And she'll look like, okay.
Apparently, I think I have a new boyfriend.
Hey, you didn't tell me. Seriously?
Oh
I don't
my.
share these sort of things.
Over
And
there, the one that is unaware of circuses is Muranaka.
He's always grumpy, don't mind him. Although it helps if
The
you...
other
Grumpy
one
for a
with-
reason.
Grumpy.
Although it helps if you apparently shared what your favorite color was. Apparently that makes you friends, I don't know.
Oh, well.
I will hurt you.
Muranaka, is it? My favorite color is orange.
I don't care.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
All right, so after the pleasantries are out of the way, the message
Yeah.
said something about wanting to see the sun shine again?
Yeah, so, if you don't mind me asking, what was the purpose of your original message? Muranaka was complaining about how cryptic it was, and I think, it'd be better if you spoke plainly.
Yes, that's fair. I hope by the end of this you'll forgive me for my secrecy. It's not exactly pleasant in the city right now for my kind, but let me answer your question with a question.
Wait, you're not human?
My question is, what have you done with the Matarasu?
It's not us that's done anything.
Muranaka's gonna pipe up. Wait, you guys did something with Amaterasu?
You're just going to hear Boris call from the second, lean over the railing finally from the second level. And call. Did we lose another fucking god?
No.
No.
Well,
guys.
technically not since the first set, no.
Alright.
Okay. Caspian, was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
little one.
You may
I'll
want to
explain
take
this.
a seat.
Yeah.
And she'll just
explain
gesture
it.
to an open chair.
I'll explain this one.
Just out of character, since I was talking to the police and saying that I was not harboring a criminal. Where are we?
Okay.
We're in our library.
Yeah, you guys are at the library. You guys were whisked back. I introduced
so
your
we're-
character to Caspian. Caspian appears to be the one that is answering or had sent that cryptic note to begin with.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we had moved away from the foyer.
You guys are in the
No,
library.
we're still in the foyer.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're in the library.
Okay, because I was going to say if we are, we should probably move somewhere else so that we're not near the door where prying ears can listen.
Oh, would our secret or would our anti-scrying room be done or no?
We
Mm,
commissioned that today.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I don't think they're,
Oh, he
they're
said
fast,
it.
but they're not that fast.
He said they would come by to do it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn he said tomorrow, but
Oh. One of those.
it's been a long day.
Maybe that was the other message.
Right, so a goddess that you seem to have done something to?
We did not do anything to her before. Let me make that part clear. What do you... Did you see what happened 6 nights ago? It was 6 at this point, right?
Yeah, time's a little loosey-goosey, but you think he's referring to the incident above the ark.
Well, on the night the snow fell.
Right. I saw something. I don't know what to make of what my eyes took in that night. That is why I have come to seek you out.
Admittedly, we're a bit hazy on the details ourselves, and we were up there when it happened.
So, best we can tell, powerful mage accidentally summoned Amaterasu, Susanoo, and
Tsukiyomi.
and Tsukuyomi up to the space above the city, where they did battle with the Queen of Ravens. They are still here, and we've been able to locate Amaterasu, but
Susanoo.
Susanoo, but some third party has in some way captured and encased him in a crystal of some kind, which we were unable to break, and there is some kind of nefarious purpose.
I believe what was going on was that this other man, you may have heard of him as Maldark before. He was trying to complete some ritual to, I guess, become either eternal life or eternal undeath. Still a bit hazy on that, by drawing on the powers of the Raven Queen. However, I'm under the impression the Raven Queen tricked him in some way, though regardless, that ritual being completed somehow caught the eyes of Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi, Susanoo, and some others. And they had a fight on top of the archway. We did not see the conclusion of that because we pretty much needed to get the hell out of there, or else we were going to be caught in collateral. And that's as much as we know.
The only other thing we have is the name of those who have apparently encased Susanoo. The Nagpas? Nagpa?
Nagpa.
Something like that?
Yeah, Nagpa and Nagpas, plural.
We're unclear on the details. We only just found them out, and I'll produce the feather. Which, out of character, the feather, like, it was a feathered being, right?
It
so it's
is.
the feather of one of those.
Yes.
We were actually about to do some reading to find out more about them, if possible.
So, as you all were talking, he waited patiently and looked at the different people speaking, but his eyebrows just kept twerking up higher and higher. Okay. You all seem like nice people, and at least some of you are rather handsome, but look, I am a circus performer. What you're talking about, sorry dear, is just a little bit above my pay grade. However, I feel things, and he'll tap his chest, inside here. I felt them for a long time. She's been very warm with me, my mom has. But a few nights ago, she stopped, and I'm cold, and I want it to be warm again. So you can all tell me what I need to do to get my mother back.
Have you tried going to the police?
Oh.
Merkava.
So that's the situation here.
Yeah, he'll just kind of look at Muranaka. The Merkava don't like me.
Oh.
Also, claiming a connection to a god that they find heretical would probably not be in their best interest.
No, I can confirm it's not.
Mm.
I need to.
So,
Realistically, this entire mansion has become a den of heresy.
we're not sure what to do. If we find out, we can let you know. But as of right now, we're still trying to figure out what's going on. We're as much in the dark as you are. We've told you literally everything we know. Is that Amaterasu was summoned from her home to here in some way, or brought herself here to our plane, to our existence, from her wherever she resides normally, and it seems she has not returned. I don't know what to do.
Well, the way I see it, no one else in this town is walking around and consorting with Kami. So, if anyone's going to figure out, it's you guys. And I want in.
No, you don't. Trust me. He's not saying that in like a threatening way. He's just saying that in like kind of an offhand comment.
It's a fair point. Susanoo, Tsukiyomi, whatever other deities you're consorting with, I could care less. I just want my mother back. And if you can help me do it, I will do anything I can to help you.
Sounds like I can't speak for the rest of the group, but it sounds like our interests are at least partially aligned.
For now, what we're doing is keeping busy until there's a sign, investigating when we can. If you'd like to help with that, I mean, our interests are indeed aligned. Can I actually, Atherin, do an insight check and see if we are being lied to?
Yes, roll in the bucket,
I am
please.
a paranoid motherfucker.
And Caspian, if you are deceiving them, you can roll it in the bucket. No, I'm kidding, because everybody would see. Okay. So.
I mean, roll charisma, and then if it's
no.
and your modifier for persuasion.
What's this nature roll? No, anyways. So, Hal, you kind of look Caspian up and down, and they were very heartfelt when speaking about their mother. You don't have any reason to disbelieve that. However, you imagine they're holding quite a bit back.
As if we aren't.
No, that's a fair point. I'm just saying.
But this is not a trap by the Merkava or the clerisy to arrest us for heresy, is it? That's basically what I'm looking for.
You don't think so? If this is someone of the clerisy that is undercover, they're very deep, very questionable morals. As you look over at Makoto.
I mean, but also like, I've met Boris. He has some pretty fucking questionable morals too. So, yeah. You're welcome to, aid in any pursuits that match this. Or if you prefer to do your own thing with the circus, until such a time as we come across something that will aid in that search, we can let you know when we find something that's relevant.
Or you could join us. And she extends a hand out. Like, we don't know what's going on, but we intend to find out. And when we do, we'll most likely run into where your mother's being held and be able to free her.
He'll kind of tap his chin and look at your hand for a minute. There are some friends I have that help me do some good around here, but I don't know if I can trust them with this. So while I can't join you full time, if you can let me help you when it counts, I'll shake all your hands.
In that case, we will send you a message if we find something relevant, and we will bring you on, assuming time is not of the essence, for those missions. Does that work for you?
Now, you've made good acquaintances with Mr. Kiev, right?
Yes.
You have one of his very fancy special books, right?
We do.
We do.
Indeed.
He'll kind of take out, he has his own book from Kiev, and he'll tap the cover. We can stay very close. Very, very close while we do these things.
And
I'm all packed. When do we go?
The same goes for you as well. If you ever require our aid in either matters that relate to this or other matters, contact us. Trust is a two-way street.
Yes, I think I can do that. Although I will say, if it's trust you want, dears, I'm sorry, but you simply must come see our performance sometime.
I'll make my way down there at some point next time I have time.
Sounds like fun.
Would be a good place to listen around and gather information.
You're not scared of a little fire, though, are you?
Makoto's just gonna cast Produce Flame.
With these two around, pointing to Makoto and Shizuka, not at all.
I'm not that bad.
You did produce flame?
Yeah. You will notice that the fire is blue rather than the normal, like orange-ish fire.
Very good. Some of us, seems like we have similar interests, and he'll spark his fingers back at you playfully.
Wait, did you also cast it?
I don't have that spell, but my hands can catch anything on fire ever.
Oh, okay.
I have
double
flaming
checking.
hands.
Concerning.
Just, leave a note with the details of your performance schedule, and we'll see about getting down there. Or at least some of us will.
That sounds really fun. I called them friends, but a lot of them they're more like family, and I'd love to introduce you. I think you'd really like Vic. She's so smart.
Well, we'll keep that in mind. And actually, when is your next performance, by the way?
Master DM, when is our next performance?
Every day, roughly.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's what they apparently do for a living.
Yeah. You can come down any night. I mean, we're stationed in the same place every night over in address here.
Nice.
Makoto is just going to use his Outlander trait to remember the lay of the land for all the areas of the city he's been to.
You guys haven't really investigated that much of that quarter, but yeah, I mean, it's not totally unknown to you guys. It's just not something that's been high on your priority list.
Oh, sounds like we have an arrangement then. You'll keep your eye out and let me know if you find any trace of my beautiful...
We will.
We will.
Okay. And is Caspian retiring for the eve?
Unless you guys had other entertainment you had in mind.
Unless you find...
I mean, you're cute, but we've just met.
Unless
Lol.
you find reading books entertaining.
Well, I know what my next soundboard bank is gonna be.
Oh.
Concern.
Good sir.
Senior Chang?
Well, no, I'm afraid I'm not a very bookish boy. I'll leave you guys to it.
Okay.
Farewell.
So you've met one of the other troop. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Caspian. And we look forward to a little more crossover, especially as we get more involved.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for coming.
All right. So, are you choices for the party? You can always, of course, start to research that sort of thing. And you also apparently have the whereabouts of Isao now.
Yeah, we do now know where Sao is. I am extremely
Supposedly.
curious what that other message is. Yeah, something seemed a little off. It seemed like it was Kiev, but he's never that trusting. He usually wants something. So I can't tell if he is hiding what he wants or if... I don't know. Somebody made a very good forgery.
Still, it is concerning.
Something about small ones with a sow?
Mm-hmm.
So he has kids.
Oh.
Not necessarily. But possibly. Who knows? I mean, it is getting later in the day. We might want to, wait around, do some research, wait for Kiev. Or whoever he's sending over. Hello?
Was he sending someone over?
I forget if it was tonight or tomorrow. DM?
I also don't remember, but life happens.
Okay,
They have
I
not
was
shown up yet.
I was pretty sure he had said tonight, but it was unclear. But I don't remember offhand. Well, I was positive that he had said tonight until somebody said, wait, didn't he say tomorrow? And then I started questioning my own sanity.
That's about how I feel now.
Regardless, they have not shown up, so.
Okay. And
In
it's...
that case, I'm going to go take a nap.
It's afternoon, evening, night.
It's approaching. It's after midday, so maybe if we had to give it a time, 5, 6-ish.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like that.
I personally think that either we stick around and research and wait to see if Kiev's people show up, or like somebody sticks around and researches and does that, and I maybe go look around the town and see if there's any other occurrences like whatever crashed into the ocean. Ocean?
Mhm.
Ocean.
Sea or ocean.
Out of character, has Caspian left at this point, or?
Technically,
I think so.
yes or no. It's in a state of flux.
Rin?
I was leaving, but I was told I was not banished, so I should stay in chat.
Okay.
Yeah, because I could go put my ear to the ground, ply my trade a bit, see if I can find anything out about
Okay.
other strange occurrences. If somebody
think-
will be around here to potentially let in Kiev's people. I guess there's Zendra.
Well, I
And
think
Naz.
Muranaka is going to take a nap, so he should be around. Shizuka, as for right now, is just kind of lying on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Wake me up if you would need me.
Also, there's literally no way that Kiev didn't keep a spare key. Guarantee he did.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Boris,
Yes,
do you want to hang around the library and do the reading? Then one for
yes,
books.
I'll go do research.
I think I have a new lead
seem
that I
to read
want to
the
pursue.
fastest.
I think I have a new lead I want to pursue now.
Okay.
And what is that?
Well, I believe I was just invited somewhere.
All right, the circus.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
might also go to the circus and ask around, do some bounty hunter shit around there. Ask around.
Hell,
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I got this one.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ask around town, do some
Alright.
investigating.
So all I hear
fun
is
you-
split the party. All right.
Yeah, split the
And
party.
And
as Makoto's leaving, Shizuka will just like say, "Have fun on your date."
and Naz seems to have disappeared.
Naz, wherever you're hiding
He said he had
from.
packed his bags.
Oh no!
Everybody just ignored him because he's just a tiny little gnome who's crazy.
At that, she's like, you know what? Let him have his fun. If he gets in trouble, he gets in trouble. I am too tired for this.
It's not like it's the first time he's disappeared. Him and Asao both disappeared, and well, the gnome came back.
The gnome came back.
He ain't wrong.
No,
He
that's
is
why it's worrying.
Wait, are you saying that Naz faked Isao's death?
I'm not saying
that-
anything.
Or, no, I'm saying that to Boris.
That's funny.
No, I'm saying that this new Asao is not actually Asao.
So you're saying that Isao faked his death, or that someone faked his
Asao
death?
actually died in somebody's, and Naz had created an automaton
Or
to take his place.
or Isao faked someone else's death.
Or that.
That one has nothing to do with anything.
All right. So
that
as
just
you guys are
sounds like Asao.
as you guys are
Or-
starting to discuss things, Caspian, have you left or not? Choice is yours.
I was heading back.
Okay, so as you're heading back, you're going to see something that may pique your interest. Let me know if that changes what you're doing. The rest of the party, you guys are kind of getting ready, deciding your plans, and you hear another rapping at the door.
I answer it.
Okay. Standing before you, you see 3 individuals. Let me just toss them up here.
Oh yeah, I'm turning around.
Oh dear.
Oh, Those look vaguely.
They are
like-
knocking
Those are
at your
very
door.
official.
Would I recognize? Do these
No.
look like? I don't recognize them.
No, you do not.
Are you-
Okay.
I'm asleep at the moment.
Are you sure? I swear I've seen that first one.
The first one looks like someone on the
Maybe on the
Ten-
One of
interwebs.
the Tenyo.
No,
It
I
is
was gonna
not
say
one
it's
of the Tenyo.
It is
I know
not-
who
Oh,
exactly
okay.
you're talking about, and they look like. 2 seconds.
I was like, oh, the Tenyo showed up on our door.
Oh my
That's what I
God.
was thinking, and I was like, that's not good.
That's bad.
Like, that's,
Really not good.
that's really not good. I've got them.
Are you
Hopefully it's
guys
just
late
me.
on your rent payment?
You're thinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking because I know one of them is like in red, but who knows?
And anyways, you hear a rapping at the door. Caspian, obviously, you recognize 2 of the 3.
So I'd imagine I got about as far as the doorway when I saw them knocking.
Mm-hmm.
I will, as I open the door, they look kind of important, so I will give a polite bow and say, "Good evening. May I assist you?"
The one with the golden mask, white hair just kind of pulled back, says,
Good evening. Is the soul here?
No, there is no Asau.
he has a very
currently.
modulated sound coming from behind the mask. The woman says, "See, I told you he would not be here."
Caspian kind of leans his head back, around and looks at the golden mask guy and finger guns at.
Would you like to leave a message or a name of who is inquiring in case he shows up?
No, that is okay. We shall follow another lead. Good evening.
Farewell.
Bye bye.
The woman looks at you. You can see kind of the reaction on her face. She doesn't outwardly show it, but you have suspicions. You may roll an insight if you wish. That is to Caspian.
Not my strong suit.
If she didn't recognize you, she played it off very well.
All right.
Drew is freaking out in chat.
Can I make an insight check on Caspian if he's within my sight range?
Yeah, roll it in the bucket. As he had given you the finger gun. Caspian, how do you outwardly react?
When he very first saw them, his eyes got real wide, and he was definitely kind of like frightened looking. But once it became obvious that they were there to talk to you guys, he just started like playing.
So, Makoto, as you look over at Caspian, you get the strange suspicion that this person is hiding a lot from you.
Which person? The person talking to us?
Caspian.
Oh, gotcha. Interesting. Carry on.
And these 3 people leave.
Can I, while they were asking about Asau, see what their intent seems to be towards Asau? I.e., do they want to kill him, or are they just like trying to find him?
I feel like you're gonna have disadvantage on that considering the mask.
Oh, probably. Like
I mean, you can't read his face, his body language. So let me describe them. 2 of the 3 are very prim proper. They could have very easily been any of the nobility here within this quarter. The Bugram is just as stoic. Like, it's so foreign and alien, you can't read that sort of body language.
Okay, that's fine.
So, I mean, you've got the whole gamut there. Maybe they're best friends, old friends of Asau's that they just want to play a game of gin rummy, or they want to murder him.
So probably somewhere towards that they want to murder him. Got it.
I mean, they could probably want to play Gin Rummy as well. I mean, that's fun.
Now, the obvious thing is they had very strange accents. Neither Dynastian nor Valorian.
Tantibinian.
Sorry, Tantibinian, thank you. Too many inns.
Now, I would like to ask, Caspian does not recognize the third one there, correct?
You do not. Though it vaguely resembles some of the others that were in their entourage.
Right, gotcha. I'd just like to mark him really well and get a good mental picture of him.
Indeed. Makoto, obviously you saw that Caspian reacted. As far as if they know these individuals, you don't really know. Perhaps. Indeed. So they left with their German type accents, and apparently they're looking for a sow. Is there anything else before we wrap up for this eve?
Your friend Asau is popular, is he not?
Is that out of character? Yeah.
Oh, that's in character.
Apparently he is these days.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a little while, though.
I'm starting to wonder what he did this time.
Oh, these...
Well, apparently he's got a bunch of little ones.
He's not intentionally hiding, is he? Do you know?
Unclear. He might. I don't know. We just haven't seen him in a few days. He's around. Just don't know exactly where.
Well, if you hear, I mean, you don't have to go through the secret messages, but maybe let me know. I'm curious what such a popular man is doing. Hi.
Do you know those people, by the way? Who came by? Who were just here?
Oh, no is a strong word, dear. May have seen them on the street before.
Can I roll insight on that?
You can.
I don't think I have to.
And here's the thing, with the Kitsune ears, I get an advantage. Well, it's passive 22 perception on listen, that wouldn't help me, but with the Kitsune ears, I have an advantage on insight if it's like auditory insight.
Okay. Yeah.
No. Oh, okay. If DMs could give it.
Yeah. Because it's character on character.
That's fair enough.
Wow, it doesn't even matter.
I roll an insight. Is it above a 10?
Yeah, it gave me a 3 and a 4. What the hell?
Yeah. I mean, you are not going to glean any information from Caspian. It seems almost as though they're very good at... They'd be good with the words and stuff.
Or her headache's a lot worse than she thought.
That could be as well.
Caspian has a good way of saying the bare minimum of truth. He is not lying to you. Nothing he's saying is wrong.
He doesn't specifically know them, but knows of them.
He met them on the street.
Possibly has.
I was like, damn you.
Take of that what you may.
You mother...
Well,
watch on Mondays to find out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually actively trying not to watch on Mondays unless I am, needed as a character. Don't want to spoil things. Mwahaha. Who knows? Might change my mind.
Well, it was nice chatting with you, dears, but now I think I have overstayed my welcome.
Don't
Fair
let us
enough.
keep you.
Best of luck with your performance.
Mm-hmm.
I hope to see you all in a front row seat soon.
Indeed. Well, thank you, Caspian, for joining us tonight. I think it was just splendid. And let's see. So next week, we'll do a little bit of investigation. You obviously have a lead to follow up with a sow. Who are these mysterious Nagpa? And what is going on at this circus?
What's going on at the circus? What's going on with the sow?